You're gonna love this thumbnail. You're gonna love this title.
Oh boy, what's the thumbnail and title? I'm looking forward. Let's see. Refreshing my YouTube until it shows up. I thought the game was over, but Kaine said no. Somehow Kaine returned. Ah, beautiful. It's amazing.
I mean, it's your favorite character, so.
True. Alright, I'm gonna say this now before we start.
Oh boy.
This Route B is what made me love this game. There is a certain interview quote from Yokotaro that made me also love Route B a shit ton. So I'm gonna be glazing the shit out of this, and also
What?
if I hear any slightly negative
Banned in
talk
chat.
about it,
Let me mod you so you
yeah,
can ban anyone.
I'll just time them out and like, well, that's a timeout.
You will be
Oh
banned
boy,
if
here we
there's
go.
any slander.
I hope you got water or
Whenever
any
I
type of
interacted with
God.
hydration ready.
I was reminded about
Oh
something
boy.
from my
I
past.
have some.
Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this
Alright,
whole
so yeah,
time.
this is where it picks off.
Welcome, Rhea. Jay.
Anyway,
Me too.
Yeah. I got myself some chai latte
Oh.
and a bit of chocolate.
Let me turn Discord. Oh fuck. I just wanted to turn Discord up a little. Fuck. There we go. Ah.
I was gonna have water, but I think I'm getting sick because my throat's kind of sore.
Oh, so I should have you read everything. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna be starting off with a reading section. This is why I asked, like, hey,
So
get
we
that hydration
literally
ready.
talked right before the stream about the U.S. literacy rate. I'm gonna show how much it's declining. Is NieR ever gonna be
Oh boy.
be over? Yeah, this will be the last stream. She says,
if we do
smiling.
no sub-stories, or side missions in Route B, you could finish it in 2 streams.
Oh boy. The sound of rain filled the village.
I will say also, if you want, I can read certain sections so your throat doesn't get sore.
Oh god.
Because
Alright.
I got the YouTube video for Kaine's Dream, as this is called, ready and available if needed be.
They said you wanted to play a game. No, you're playing visual novel time again. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke steamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as anyone could remember, and stared. I'm telling you that I'm contributing to a declining literacy rate. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. Understandable. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. Come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Non-binary rep, true! Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. Damn, we get a concussion in the first 5 seconds? That's crazy.
Yeah.
The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as the hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Expected nothing less. Oh yeah, you just expect every stream someone to have a concussion. Yoo-hoo, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo. Worst of all, the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. Cowards! She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me, he can't hurt me, he can't hurt... Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless, a failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. Damn, she said you have hot dog water breath, boy! Disgusting.
Real.
I'm sure they have hot dogs in NieR Replicant. I'm sure that's a thing. I forgot this game is depression objectified. How could you forget? Didn't you know that replicant just means depression?
This is mild compared to some of the... What was the Splatterpunk? This is mild compared to Splatterpunk. I'm just gonna say that.
The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upwards. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Show me! No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. Come on, murder them, Kaine. Yeah, Kaine, get up, murder them. I don't get you, freak.
Keep in mind, she's like pretty and around the stream, so...
Come on, child murder is fine, sometimes. Don't quote that.
I mean, we did murder children in the thing of Route A. Remember that.
I mean, what? I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Huh? Trans allegory? Okay. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Okay, Batman. Freak, chanted the children. Freak, like. Freak, freak. Yeah, where's my Batman mod for Kaine? That's interesting since shades are human, so Kaine is like 5 times human or some shit. I don't know. Kaine closed her eyes.
I'll add in right now, she does not have the shade in her at this point in time.
And listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Oh, that's a disgusting sentence. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now, I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could have killed me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage. What a quote. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out! Leave this village! No one wants you here, either of you! Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo's companions turned tail and ran. No one clipped the stream. Yeah, this is an unclippable stream. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Ha! Look at the fat boy go! Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, she said. Why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I caused bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking on her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't. Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you, and if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made these for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumbled upon them while I was doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was leading on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in the construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. Long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. And everything ended up just fine. Nothing bad ever happened ever again.
Of course.
Of course. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world. Kaine Pilgrim versus the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. Rainbow? Gay? This game is LGBT?
Oh my god.
This game's woke? As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kaine's dreams, daily life.
Okay, I can read this section. However, before we continue,
Uh-huh.
so I noticed that both you and Raya noticed the part where, I forgot his name already. Fuck, the bully guy.
Demo.
Was like, Demo. It's like, who are you pretending to be a girl? Everyone knows what you really are. And the whole part where they say she's sexless.
Yeah.
Yokotaro is confirmed. Kaine is intersex.
I see.
aka she has male and female genitalia.
That's cool.
And that's the only part in the game they acknowledge it, because Yokotaro's essentially views on a lot of this stuff is, well, it's just how people are, and he more is interested about telling people stories. But yeah, I like to point that out. It's a really nice detail about her. It's also why a lot of people are fine with her bearing that, because you could essentially explain it as a way to, you know, emphasize one's femininity, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What other way than to dress in a very, like, lingerie feminine outfit.
Makes sense.
Yes. Alright, I'll read. Let me just get the video loaded and I'll start. Alright. In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had purposeful quality to it, as she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being— oh, for fuck's sake, this video went way too fast, sorry. The firewood being produced, however, was far from a work of art as it could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about the barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe! Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma, called Kaine. That you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close, or I might take your goddamn foot off. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending ships flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. When she sculled to a safe distance, she cupped her hand around her mouth and shouted, Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. Oh. The axe poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of shopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go get the water? Shades have been restless lately. I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering the water was by far the most difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once grandmother's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her grandmother to be— oh, for fuck's sake, I kind of wish this video I'm watching didn't fucking speedrun these things. Yeah. So if I ever stop, if there's ever like dialogue here that I don't read, that's why. Just a heads up. Once Kaine moved in, her grandmother decided to take up the residence in a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind, it seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter. And rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in a log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Damn it! Crap! She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small, pink hands. This is tough. And my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms, ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy, girl. You better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precautiously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Can't let it spill. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she kneeled by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma? Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulder and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kaine away. Stop that! Just stop! She cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hand and worn face told her more than her words ever could. Her grandma had lived long enough. Lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched her where Kaine was ending, sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick. You need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but what's so funny? Someone writes...
No, Monk said, Monk said there's a lot of yapping. This is a visual novel now, Monk.
Damn, I can't believe I'm being dissed this way. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's alright, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, goddammit. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The woman watched the strapped on her boots and made her way down to the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across the dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by Shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she cared neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She answered those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? I probably butchered that word, but, you know. Thank you. The woman's flabby cheek shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me? They seemed to say, but Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter.
Oh, no.
Boy, I wonder who it is. It was Demo.
No!
The killer had been sent to run some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he sputtered. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered out force, and kindly happily ignored it, stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter. She asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ha! Barked Demo. The old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eye grew so wide it seemed ready to fall out of his head. Before he could let out fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told him to knock it off before he kicked him out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. A notion of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave it... Oh, for fuck's sake. On the far wall, behind the counter, rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant color, but time had worked its cruel magic and were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched her when she was still a little girl. She's been dead a long time now.
Oh, thanks.
Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handling her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village. Words travel quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Kali. I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Kali? Thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hand. Her grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. Would you like it if you drew a picture of her? Yes. Oh, for fuck. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had the villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless, and with enough tiny steps she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked the grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Feeling satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Those bastards gave you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Uh-huh, so anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayon. Welcome, Jay. Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Horseshit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help me with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house, as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandma was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece, a After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, you know, make drawing easy or something. So true.
Yeah, just draw, forehead.
The old woman's eyes narrowed at her grandmother's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered a chaotic array of colors. The average drawing of me, if I try to draw it, it's just that. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between laughter, you truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But... hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more, and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud. She pondered for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on, people and memories move in and out of life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore, because I'll remember it forever. Forever. Alright, there's my section. Done.
Oh boy.
Trash me, you know this character? Yeah, this is Kaine. Oh, you mean the emote?
I think they meant the emote.
No, I don't know who that is.
If you like them, their death is even worse. Yeah, make yourself depressed. Yeah, I should just rename the stream audio only stream. Kaine listened to the sound of the crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine, and I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, that's terrible, all right. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward at the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was gonna go check on the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What in the hell for? Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. God damn, girl. If a bunch of thieves wanted to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot. I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other... Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment, she was a small child last at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course, you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately, it seems my mind is... dementia.
Yeah.
Oh boy. She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman. There ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Such a mouth on you. Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it. What the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, and slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if she was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she'd ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. When you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of the ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Yeah, Grandma's about to go bye-bye. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead, tracing its path with a finger. Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. No. Oh, gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma? Grandma! Kaine ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. Yeah, look what you did, Rhea. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire, just too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. Then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. All right, you bastard, she thought, as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me, let's go. The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kaine. Alive! Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to the earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women, flicking out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard, laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion. There could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved its claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backwards, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist as she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back, she screamed. Give her back to me. It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was lashed to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kaine, you gotta run. You can't best this one. Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we gotta go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no! I said run, goddammit. You have to. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished before she could say another word. The shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hand which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth that embraced, that trembling of her fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed, then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if it controlled by a mad puppeteer. Her arms and legs were bent in impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment. Laughing like a madwoman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade took Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? Think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No. Can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke, flames, all of it faded away till all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. 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 Oh, Jesus Christ.
Kill it, kill it.
Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it.
Kill it, kill it.
Ah! Kill it now! As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. You murder! Murder! Oh look! We're freed from text!
Yeah, for now.
No! You're lying.
The beast approaches.
Yeah, I should elaborate. The giant shade we fight before we recruit Kaine is the one who killed the grandma.
Nice.
So it's extra layers of fuck that that shade, by the way, starts talking like grandma. It's the equivalent of your family murderer start going like, "Hey, I'm your dad or mom," and like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
You're not my dad. Oh god, I gotta remember how to play the game.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
My sword is lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Hiya!
One swing. Oh dear.
Also, my short is very accurate today. I am definitely running off of only 4 hours of sleep, so my reading ability is top notch.
If you're only on 4 hours of sleep, then that's kind of impressive because I can really function on 4 hours of sleep.
I could not get to sleep last night, so I am very much running off of 4 hours.
I hope you've had some caffeine. That's a no.
Oh my god, is it back to reading? Is it back to reading already? No.
Guess what?
Your turn.
Because yeah, my turn. Let me get the video. Okay. Kaine's dream encounter. Gently, weakly, softly. I love how this video like sometimes skips like some text really quickly, and then there's moments in this video where the guy stands on simple text I read for like 5 minutes. Like this guy has no consistency. The speed of his text. I love it. The shade, sure as the tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off forward the horizon, stomping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shame beyond imagining, kinda trying to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gut of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Sorry. I am think I'm getting sick because my throat feels clogged up.
It's
Yeah, that's
adding to the
mine, she
ambiance.
thought with a Hey, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Huh, cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are you? We had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I'm to draw you, that way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned a page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing it out with his sharpened pincers. Stop! No! Don't hurt that picture! Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To surprise, the insect fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you, ha ha ha. I look like that? Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Y'all want me to try and voice act this character?
Oh, for sure.
Oh boy.
You
Well,
offered.
no mocking of this. Yeah, but no mockery because if I re-listen to this on my own, I'm gonna be like, oh god, that's cringe.
All right, you will be banned in chat if you say anything. Okay, I'm watching chat.
Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something. Why don't you go and get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me! Save me! Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse. A freak. To die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh god, you are the best! Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot searing pain and left in its wake. Wherever that might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore it, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so now let me have it. Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused, as if licking its lip, where soon it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear up their throats. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Gahahaha! Yeah, maybe. What of it? Slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight. Oh, for fuck's sake. Feel good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me that body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. Black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My arm must be growing back, too. Slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling how she had regained her voice. Stop. The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, and quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Ah, what the hell, Sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter. Then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shade, burn itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more letters it seemed to be ready to punctuate her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right... For fuck's sake. Come on, don't find it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fires of revenge. First with blood, then go out there and... Shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you stop... Just up and die so I can have this body all to myself. What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Gah! Stupid idiot girl! You're possessed now, Sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me, you got what you call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up with tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but ain't all bad. There's plenty of in it for you, too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine. Now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shade that squashed your granny? We'll wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob?
That's the last sentence I expected.
I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of that bloody part if you don't want... Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Gah! Screamed the voice. Look at you go! Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun! So listen, my name's Tyran, and if you ever need me, I'll just bring out on this piece of meat you call a heart. Now go, get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said, yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shit, and I'm gonna strangle with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Tyran. I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. But if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grows fainter and gradually faded away. Fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperate, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want to feel normal. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade. I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her head, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore certain red-stained spots in the corner. Finally, what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. I've been through hell and back. The garland petals were so bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rose to their daily lives, she remained in a position, so tears could somehow wash away the horrors that now affected her world.
Alive.
Here you go.
Stay alive.
That's
Stay
Kaine's
alive.
visual novel section.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Ah, my eyes.
Also, this is why Kaine goes grandma when someone goes Kaine, stay alive, because that's what her grandma would think. And also makes this part where Kaine looks at Emil and he looks away and it's like, it was you, Emil, even more heartwarming because not only has she had to deal with being treated as a freak for being intersex, but she also understands the whole part of, oh, I have a shade in my heart and I feel like a freak. And oh, Emil was turned into a skeleton out of his will.
Of course.
It's why she's like so gentle to him, because she fully understands his feelings right now. It's really great. Oh, I can't really love their relationship between the two.
Wow. You grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep.
Oh no, it's back to
Neil's unflagging
text on the
kindness.
screen for visual novel.
Our reunion was a happy one. We let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola...
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to... We have another I kind of forgot how long Kaine's section was.
Serious.
So chances are there's gonna be a 3-part stream, not a
3-part stream! Jesus! Yeah, thanks, Twitch.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm
Oof,
sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that,
I'm
Raya.
sorry you have to bear the brunt of
It,
that.
it wish be like
This is
that.
crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us.
Look at me, I'm just
I
a
can
cute
deal
little
with it.
skeleton. So scary.
Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
They have a
What is
kind
the
of
matter?
funny joke
Kaine
someone
always
made
sleeps
about
outside.
Kaine, which is, you know, the whole
thought
trade
about that
offer, you
until
like,
just
I
now.
offer you, I give meme.
Yeah.
never even occurred to me.
You know, someone made a, one like, you offer me your dick, I offer you my dick, but with Kaine.
Damn it.
We should turn in.
Let me post it, and I don't know if I should post it in Archer or in the meme channel.
In a not safe for work one.
Oh, it's not even an
First time
NSF,
in
it's
my
just,
life I hated Devil.
it's not even NSF, it's just a text that's NSF.
Still.
First time in my life I doubted Pokemon.
Alright, fair.
But those feelings are pointless in the end.
Emotions are pointless.
They said and did what they did for the sake of the village.
I'll never forgive the redheads.
To protect it from the horror of the
It's kind of
shades.
funny, he forgives the redheads, and we at this point know that, oh yeah, they're working for the Shadow Lord. That's gonna be nice.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad.
I'm the bad
I
guy.
am still of the belief,
Because I never
I'm
once
still
stopped
of
to
the
think about
belief
Kaine
that
and Emil's situation
OG
myself.
NieR, aka Papa NieR's dialogue about Devil and Popo is better.
I
know,
think I
can't have them
can
all.
blame them. That's so funny. Actually, I think I can blame them. Just a little.
Oh yeah, they had.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil, but
I don't think this scene was in OG NieR, and it was at a Replicant.
I got a fire going, Kaine.
wait, is that?
Campfires?
Are we gonna roast some
I'm so
marshmallows?
happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water
Oh,
over you.
Emil.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was.
What about the villagers can go fuck themselves?
No matter how bad things got.
Don't worry, they get nuked. by
Good.
Emil. later.
Good.
She's really special to you, huh?
These are good responses, by the way.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll
Heck!
probably be super easy.
Oh, Emil.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
I'm just over here creeping like, go join the conversation, dude.
I see. He sees they're doing fine, so leave them
Wouldn't
be.
Kaine die instantly if the shade left?
No, not really.
Sleep
The,
well?
the shade is like residing inside
And
her
yet
heart.
your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Oh yeah, one thing they add. Don't interact with that other shelf there.
What might
Oh,
that be?
well,
It's Mom's diary.
well,
I've
too late.
not heard you speak much about your mother.
She got the black scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
Life is Strange?
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
Okay, so you've essentially activated the DLC.
God damn it! You should have said something way before!
Yeah, I looked at the shelf and I was like, oh wait, is that the shelf? And then, whoops. But you can still exit out of it, luckily.
Can you not hear me?
Okay, how do I do that?
Don't worry, you'll get the chance. Hey, look, it's Papa NieR.
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Oh god, this is like the narrator from
Jesus Christ,
Catherine!
indeed. Come
Yeah,
now, there's the door.
he is the voice actor for Father
Let's
NieR.
go.
That's crazy. Alright,
Yeah, by the way, do not interact with that door. Go from the door you came from. That should
Okay.
remove you from the white void. But essentially, in the original NieR, this was DLC that allowed you to play like Brother NieR.
I see.
But here it's the other way around.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read
At
it.
some point we do gotta do it because we do get weapons from it, and we also get new costumes for the crew. Right, what do you mean with and the
should
shade
talk to
is
Devila
not
first.
keeping her alive? By the way, going the wrong way, need to talk to Devila at the fountain.
What if I just kill her right now? Yeah!
Hey,
Oh,
Why do you want to
Hi.
kill her?
I kind of thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devila,
Yeah?
sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize.
Yeah,
Everyone
the
would be
shade
upset with
regenerates
her.
her whenever she's at the state
Let
of
NieR and
death.
Kaine know
Remember,
we're
she
sorry,
like
right?
quote unquote dies after this encounter, and then the shade takes over, and we subdue the shade. She's back.
Popola?
Oh,
Also, you know what this means with us
Look, I
doing Route
want to
B?
apologize
The
for
Red
yesterday.
Bag Man is back.
stop.
Not if I go kill
You
him.
didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
Oh, right. Yes, about that. You know about the lost shrine, right?
The temple where I was first discovered.
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow.
Oh ho. It was right under our pages the whole time.
But the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So, take a boat.
A boat?
Yes, the canal's finally been repaired. It took a lot longer than expected, what with the shades and all. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance. The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. All right, I'll see you around.
And for the love of everything, be careful.
The path above the entrance to the shopping district should lead to the boat landing.
So, am I essentially doing the last part of the game again?
Is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind
There's a reason
us.
for it. You'll see.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona. Let's use it as often as we need.
Oh, look, he's back.
Hey, look who it is. Remember me?
Yay.
That red bag. I might.
Hey, it's been a while.
Sure have. Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Anyway.
Advice, don't do that always. It's fine with Red Bag Man, but
Okay.
future dialogues, don't skim.
I figured that one sounded the same, so I was like, I think we could skip that.
There are some
Lost
stuff here
signs
that
up
are the
ahead,
same,
just
yes,
past
but
this cave.
there are reasons
Well,
for
it's
why I
the
don't want you to skip.
castle.
Let us make haste.
All because of an apple. True.
Here's why I want to play Route B.
Said I'm built different. Oh look, we're back here again.
Yep. This shade should have been familiar.
Look familiar, but then again, my memories of a goldfish.
Yeah, you'll see.
This is like playing the game Peak, which I recently started playing. You go up, and then you die.
Real. Remember, you can speed up the ladder
Oh,
with
right.
the run button.
You know what the OG Peak? LA Noir. OG Peak. Unless we're talking about like Uncharted. Getting over it. Oh man. Glad I never played that game. I would have destroyed my computer. Don't worry, chat. Jason proposed the best, worst idea I could ever do on this channel of playing every version of Resident Evil 4 and then making a tier list.
I think you said there were like only 2 versions.
There's... Oh, I mean all the different ports. So you have the GameCube,
Ah.
PS2, Wii, PC, PS3/360. Technically, there's a mobile port. I own the Wii
now should
version and then 2 of the PS2 versions. I have the English one and the Japanese one.
Now we should mention that's the boss fight you fight in the beginning of the game when you
I
get
see.
to Grimbar Vice.
We should play all the
It's
Yoko
impossible
Taro
to
games and make a
fight.
tier list. I'll leave that to Trash Man. I think that's a Trash Man
Ain't you
assignment.
excited, sunshine? We finally
Yeah.
Ain't you excited,
Drakengard,
sunshine?
Yeah, how was my Tyrann impression?
That sounds 10 out of 10. Perfect.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Let's see how this goes. Okay, pretty quick. That's good.
Can I not miss? Can I not miss?
I do want to play Drakengard 1 and 3 someday, but emulating Drakengard 3 might be really difficult because it's PlayStation 3 and Drakengard 3 has major issues, that being the game has massive frame rate issues.
Imagine wanting to play a game with good frame rate. Oh god, all these boxes are reset.
Yeah.
Fun. Okay.
You need help? Okay.
Nope. I just... There we go. This is a bad Games Jules channel, not a good Games Jules channel. I mean, to be fair, when I started... Okay, not even when I started the channel. When I became... like a high schooler doing Let's Plays and stuff. Yeah, I mainly played bad games. That was the whole gist. But I didn't name myself. My friend in high school gave me the name Bad Games Trolls because I was like looking to change the channel name. And I was like, oh, what should I change it to? And he was like, Bad Games Joels, not only because you play bad games, but you're also really bad at games. I was like, you know what? That's making a lot of sense. But I see your gripe of, Jules, you're not playing enough bad games, and I raised you. Oh, I have plenty of bad PS2 games to play. I have Rumble Roses on the docket of things I will play once I'm done with one of the games I'm currently playing. Do you remember what I did last stream? What did you do last stream? I genuinely don't remember. You did? I feel like I'm literally developing dementia as you say this, because I don't remember this. What character did you compare Timmy to? No, you gotta tell me now.
Turn back. Turn back.
Oh, right. Bloom into you. Right. I mean, you kind of brought up some valid points, so I can't necessarily be too mad. You said turn back. I go back to the rumor. Wait, am I going the wrong way?
You're going the right way.
Okay.
Also, did you notice that the shades talk there to you?
Yes.
Nice. Good.
I have an apology. Oh yeah, let's hear the apology for ruining Yuri as we speak. Speaking of Yuri, I started reading this monster that wants to eat me again. I started a long time ago when it first started, but I finally bought all the manga that's come out. And I was like, all right, I'll start reading this again. It's 800 characters long. Oh, for sure. I will read the whole apology here on stream. I mean, it's not like I've done enough reading in this stream. You can never do too much reading. Dear streamer, games bad Jules. This is a good start. I would like to extend my utmost sincere apologies. You know what I did? I compared Toko Nanami to a twink cowboy. Twink real. But you know what? The twink ain't shit. Toko is an OG and always. Okay, this is good. This is getting good. Love the fire emojis. Look, we're murdering children again.
Yeah, let's go. I love murdering children.
Somebody clip that. By somebody, I mean me. Let me clip that. Because why would I not clip all the funny things that you say? And then give me all the TikTok views. Toko is an OG and always will be, but I'm not here to shit talk, said Twink, sadly. I truly hope that Bird Yuri TM... Oh, I forgot to take my Bird Yuri picture. I truly hope that Bird Yuri TM will heal all wounds. Speaking of Bird Yuri TM, I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 1. Actually, it's called Part 1. No. And on episode 9, there were 2 lovey-dovey birds. So my homosexual ass will consider it Bird Yuri, not TM. Because no one will tell me I can't be delusional. But it's kind of crazy that they had Bird Yuri, not TM, in 2012. Speaking of Bird Yuri. Since you have brought it up. We have not had Bird Yuri all this stream. There we go. Okay, this part is just me saying shit, and now I'm being meta about saying shit, and now I'm being meta about being meta. I'm sorry, my utmost apologies again, Rhea. Apology accepted. Apology accepted. Good apology. 10 out of 10.
I give it a 4 out of 10.
Damn boxes. I give it 3.4. Damn. It's a little harsh for your own apology. Hey, at least you didn't write it with Chat GPT. That's all that matters. The amount of people
Maybe
I hear...
they did.
Nah, no way. The amount of people that I work with that are like, just use ChatGPT. Just use it. No. Go fuck yourself. I am not using ChatGPT. They were like so every like 3rd Thursday of the month, there's like an old people meeting. And they were doing like some type of seminar of like cyber internet security. And one of the tips that they were giving the old people was, if you don't know anything or if you're unsure, ask ChatGPT. And I just was like, let's not tell old people to use ChatGPT, please. What happened to just Googling things? I miss those days. Exactly. I can tell that's a real original right there.
You can tell when it's a Trashman original, but when he says some unhinged shit.
Insulting ChatGPT and Grok. I was gonna say Croc, not the video game Croc. And Grok is always morally correct. Oh damn, this thing's
Okay, let's
dead
see how
already.
hard this. Oh, yeah. This is what I mean, by the way, that you might want to switch to normal difficulty eventually, because this is gonna be your average
No,
easy
no.
playthrough.
I like this. This is a good pace.
Yeah, it also fits what they're going for with Route B.
Yeah, I would have no concept of what bird Yuri is. I will tell you, as someone that likes JoJo, technically I still need to finish part 6. I started part 6, but I never finished it. Oopsie. My favorite part is part 2. I know that part doesn't have a lot of women in it, but Joseph's mom, Lisa, she can get it. And I like part 6 because I like Jolene and Hermes. Very Yuri. And it's a prison, so obviously gay. Oh yeah! Fucking Lisa is a MILF, bro.
Emil? Look.
We love MILF.
I don't think Krya's catch up to that. That's why they're shocked.
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village.
Oh fuck, you're right. My bad.
So you're staging
Good,
a
good,
protest?
GG. Jules, GG.
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels...
Just pretend I didn't say anything.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't.
Anecdotal weed. Oh hell yeah.
You got a super important mission.
Let's hear what Vice and NieR has to say when we get to the next piece of shades we need to
I
kill.
like camping with Kaine. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast.
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
Get up. Get up. Thank you.
This is some prime content. There we go.
Let's see, how many JoJo cosplays have I done? I've done Risotto from part 5, Caesar from part 2, and
Oh shit, here it comes, down there, and we'll get some good dialogue.
what the fuck is his name? Oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? The little boy. What? Oh my god, what is his name? Holy shit, I forgot.
Doppio?
No, the little boy from part
Emporio?
6. Yeah, Emporio. Yeah, so I've cosplayed 3 JoJo characters. I need to cosplay Emporio again. I liked his cosplay.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
Just kick them aside.
God damn! Not kick him aside!
It just shades, Jules. Why worry about it?
Oh yeah. They're just shades. Just shades.
I think you should do some executions on them just to make sure they're extra dead.
I think I like Joseph more than Jonathan. Joseph is my favorite Joestar. Besides Jolene. I love Joseph. I thought I was gonna hate him because, you know, he's kind of like a womanizer. And I typically don't like those kind of characters because, you know, I love women and I don't like people womanizing. Jonathan is too moral. That's crazy. That is a crazy, like... I just think he's boring. But, you know... It's part 1. You can't be too harsh on part 1.
I like Jonathan for being the moral one, actually. I wouldn't say he's as good as the other future characters, but it's a thing that I like about him. Anyway, here we go! My favorite part!
Hooray! Trying to think of how I would rank. Oh, I've cosplayed Johnny as well from part 7, but I have not at all
I'm gonna be
read part
reading
7.
the dialogue.
What's going on? There's dozens of them.
No, little ones, they're too strong for you. By the way, your cam's blocking the text, so I can't know everything that he says.
Aim for that
I'm
set.
sorry!
It's the leader.
No worries. It's their leader. No, it is I who rely on them. Yeah, he's begging you to stop hitting them. Stop hurting my friends!
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying.
I'm just soaking up names here. Yeah, you gotta tell me more about your JoJo adventures and how you feel about them. I'm trying to think of how I would rank all the JoJo pro tags.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun.
See, can I find a wiki that shows the dialogue? No, okay, I have to pull up videos about it. Great.
I think Joseph Jolene is like number 1 and 2. Ooh. 3.
I think you just have to bait. You have to bait the shade to pull off its shield.
I have to, huh?
But
Oh,
he's
there we go.
holding the shield until, yeah. Look at that. He's trying his best.
Yeah, I expect a whole book report on part 1 by next stream. Okay, I think my JoJo rankings would be Joseph Jolene, but they're very close, so they could be interchangeable. Jotaro, Josuke, Giorno, Jonathan. I know, my ranking of Giorno is probably controversial because I know a lot of people like Giorno.
Those are my friends.
This is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Oh, he's spinning like a Beyblade!
You ain't feeling bad for this week, are ya? Ain't no turning back now.
Girl, those are just names to me right now! Yeah, don't worry about it, don't worry about it.
All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
Yeah, that sure is Shade is sure trying its best to kill you. Not going well.
Oh! Kaine don't get stabbed challenge.
Okay. Time for some more dialogue. This one you can actually interrupt. It's up to you. I'm gonna read it verbatim.
Shit.
Move. Come on, you stupid arm. Move. Oh great, the fucker who's doing this part also skipped the dialogue. We're incomplete, but our friends make us whole. Afterwards he says like, we are mocked, abused, and mistreated. And you can completely skip it just by doing this. Yeah, brother, NieR fucking Aura Farm while you murder someone who begged you to not kill them.
Hooray! I love murder. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine.
Are you alright? Kaine!
I fear there is little we can do for her.
Joel's don't skip lore challenge. Oh my god.
Kaine!
Well, I have a little me and a joke comment I could make. Relating to something we talked about during Life is Strange 3.
Life is Strange 3! Jesus.
Yeah, it was.
It's all over for you.
I remember when you said, yeah, Jules, you pay attention. I don't like when streamers don't pay attention to the story.
Okay, look, I also got a comment on my Date Everything stream that was like, see, you should have paid attention and you would have known what the content aware does. I feel like I do a good job of paying attention to the game. A good balancing job. Yeah, some things I do miss. I'm not 100% focused on the game sometimes. That is my bad. But I feel like as a streamer, your priority definitely is chat. So like, I do try to pay attention very closely to the game, but sometimes I will miss some things.
Oh dear.
fair. And that's why I'm here.
Kaine.
And to be fair, to make my case, I'm gonna forget it in a week anyway because I have a goldfish brain.
Kaine!
That's because chat is too funny self-glazed. I mean, it's true though. Not because I'm just trying to glaze you, chat, and get on your good side. I really mean that from the bottom of my
I
heart.
couldn't hold it back.
Uh-huh.
I can't be with you.
Doubting me!
We're always going to be
Yeah,
together.
secretly,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
all
your
of you.
Transform again.
I'm your Arthur
As
to
many times
your
as it
Dutch.
takes. I don't care how tough it is.
Why am I Dutch?
I like sleeping outside
Sure,
I'm
Because
buddy.
you're like doubting me.
able to ignore my appearance and keep going because
I
of
have never
you.
lied to
I'm
you ever in my
weak
life,
and
chat.
I'm sad.
Look at the
You're
bird Yuri
lonely,
while I say that.
but
Yep.
you make me
Look, I'm giving you
strong.
bird Yuri,
You're my
chat.
friend,
So
and
it's
I
what you want.
need you. So don't you dare leave me.
Look, you're making Emil cry.
All right. Stop crying.
Good for him.
And thanks. I'm all right.
Over there.
And what is this, hmm?
It's me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola.
It's a cipher of some kind.
Can you determine its meaning?
I
Oh
think
boy,
this
here's
is
some
the
good,
key to unlocking
Brother NieR
Shadowlord's
dialogue.
castle. Here, take a look at this. I wrote down all the words I can understand. This fragment is called the Stone Guardian. Given that you found it in the Lost Shrine, the words must mean something. There are spaces here for 4 other fragments as well. Sacrifice, the Law of Robotics, the Memory Tree, Loyal Cerberus.
Yeah, where's the thread? I love how it's a threat and not a thread. like, here's my threats to Joel's game's bad.
The Law of Robotics probably refers to the Junk Heap, and the Memory Tree might be the Forest of Myth. But as for Sacrifice and Loyal Cerberus, I don't have a clue.
Not a problem.
Hmm?
If we want to fill in the words, we just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right?
Oh, splendid. By all means, let us undertake a murderous rampage.
They're just shades. Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow Lord.
It's a dangerous
Damn,
task.
Brother NieR spitting.
Yeah, well, Yona's in even more danger.
This stream might be taking away my intelligence. Only this one, not the other ones?
But how
I'm
can you
honored.
even be sure that she's...
Because she is! Right? The Junk Heap and the Forest of Myth, yeah? I'm on my way.
Please be careful. Oh, and listen. About Kaine and Emil. The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. It's just... they're scared, you know? People can't change overnight. I'll hurry them along the best I can. But can you please give them a little more time?
Me too, Monk.
I'll try.
As I said, the go live button makes everyone less functional. True.
So true.
So I'm gonna have to do this whole section all over again.
Fragment in the Junk Heap.
I mean,
Perhaps we can find a clue. At
yeah,
Chicago's
the whole...
weaponry.
that's why. That's what the part where it showed the scenes of Hansel is the major reason why I love Rob B.
You really expect me to play the whole game again?
There's a reason these aren't shown in Route A.
Oh boy.
I think Route B and Automa is fine. But depending on how this goes, we'll see. Because the Route B and what it's going for might not be for everyone. Why not killing the children, Jules?
Because I've already played this technically, so I'm trying to go past it.
You should kill them again. They're shades.
No!
Well, why are you sparing the shades? They're bad creatures.
I just want to get through this as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Raya spitting. They ate your sister.
Well, I already defeated it once, so we figured that out.
Where'd they go?
Yeah, this part.
Get him! Don't let him escape!
Good job, lads. Got another shade killed.
You're all terrible people.
Not really, they're shades. I mean, you also said destroy the area, so... This is the small shade you see at the boss fight of Junkkeep.
I see.
Including the big robot.
Military defense robot, P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes. What is crying? Who is
Sure,
wrong?
Raya. It is morally correct to kill a shade.
My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago. 874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, and 43 minutes. 44 minutes. I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying. You will die. Why will they kill you? I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil.
Hello,
Welcome.
Ted
Military
Toast.
defense robot P-33 will protect you. P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
This game really said, look how bad all of you are.
As I said, that's the whole point of Route B.
You thought it was understandable. You know what? I
Man,
commend you
there's
for
gotta be
trying.
tons
Welcome,
of
welcome.
machinery here.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Hello, Farmus.
Oh wow! Check this out. It looks brand new.
Hey, be careful, all right? This place is dangerous.
Wow, imagine if we said this place was dangerous and then danger
be
happened. That'd be
fine.
crazy, right?
Oh no! Huh? Look out! Huh?
I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan that they kind of show the pipe that Gideon walks on, causes this collapse. I would have just preferred them to show the thing collapsing down in Route A, and then in Route B it showed the pipe.
Jacob!
You don't like something in the NieR game? Wow, that's blasphemy, trust me. Danger in NieR Replicant? Nah, yeah, no. This game is so safe. Nothing bad ever happens in NieR.
Well, as I said, I will glaze the ever living shit out of Route B, but I will criticize it when I think criticism is due.
That's shocking. Thousand-yard stare over here.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
This young shade really sounds like nails on a chalkboard, and it's so hard to listen to.
The Junkie. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers. They might know something about this.
They seemed nice. Yeah, that comment's gonna age
there.
fucking badly.
It's been a while.
Young shade.
Twitch just gave me a big bar that says subscribe to never miss anything for 15 seconds without a way to turn it off.
You're the little one, aren't you?
What if I just start spamming? Please subscribe on I'll start spamming ads. There you go. Then it'll never go away.
My brother's...
Yep, we've heard this.
It's okay.
What is it? You heard me, not the little ones.
No, I haven't heard it. All
Where
I
is
want
it?
is to destroy...
I think after he gives the weapon, there's a decent good dialogue here.
See you later.
I got an ad before that. I'm so sorry that Twitch gives you ads.
Yes.
I recently got... I thought you...
Don't we already...
I see.
Time around.
Here it comes.
This sword has seen better days.
Yeah, there it
It's
is.
pretty beat up.
Can you repair?
I can repair it.
If you'll fix it.
I'm gonna need only the real big end. Also, here's the pack.
If you want, I can explain why the Route B does this, but I feel like it would be more poignant to tell it at the end of Route B.
Me not using ad block doesn't mean I want ads. I'm so sorry that I make money off of streaming. The 3 cents that I make. God forbid. Let me save. Oh, rat. Not get that back.
I didn't get the answer, Jules, by the way,
What?
on the question.
What was the question? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I asked, like, I said, like, I can explain why Route B does this, but I feel like it would be more poignant, if the right word, for telling at the ending of Route B, but I could explain now.
We'll wait till the end then.
Alright.
Because if you tell me now, I'm going to forget by next stream.
Alright. I will say, though, Route B advertises itself as play Route B again for Kaine's story, when in reality, oh yeah, by the way, you can go back out. As long as you go in and go back out and you have a memory alloy, you're good. But the reason Route B kind of misleads you with the Kaine story part, yes it does at the first start, but in reality Route B is a change of perspective.
I see.
That is why they're kind of making you replay these sections, but they're now showing the sides of the shades.
I'm gonna need...
I don't think I have any.
What can I help you with?
Oh shit.
Come back.
Well.
Fuck.
Fun!
Try as you might, you still have to grind for a memory alloy, either way. Luckily, I think you'll get one just from fighting a simple, large robot.
Next stream is probably gonna be next month, unironically. Well, When is next Friday? Hold on. That's not next month. Why did I open up calculator instead of calendar? Next Friday is the 29th.
Sorry, Raya, your joke didn't land. We'll get him next time.
Yeah, you can make the same joke again next time.
Yes. Okay, I think you need to go downstairs.
I mean, it tells me, like, we have to go to B2, so might as well.
Yeah.
Well, you see, we took a small break from NieR because Mafia came out, so I needed to play that.
Yeah.
And I don't think the next game that's coming out that I want to play day one, it's probably like October. I can't even think off the top of my head what it would be.
What game is it?
That's what I mean. Is like, I know there's something that I want to play coming out in October, but I have to like check everything that I want to play coming months.
Older brother is like.
Cause Silent Hill F, is that October? I think that might be October.
What was the spooky month again? Was it October or August?
October.
October, nice. I should download some horror games on October then.
Maybe I'll make it OG Resident Evil 4 month as well.
Resident Evil 4 OG is great.
I have not played it yet, and I did meme that I would make that tier list, so. I have no clue where I'm going.
If you played it... Don't worry, Raya. If we do FNAF, I'll be there as well, because I unironically kind of got into the FNAF lore. I kind of hated myself for it.
Imagine expecting me to play FNAF. That is so funny. That is hilarious.
Well, what if I bribe you and blackmail you? Like, if you don't play FNAF, you'll
Those
never
are two different things. Bribing and blackmailing are very much on the opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah, I give you, I buy you FNAF, and then I blackmail you.
I would reject FNAF as a game. That is a game I am not playing.
Well, then I would blackmail it to accept my gift by going like, if you don't play this game and stream it, you'll never have Bird Yuri again.
But Bird Yuri's right next to me.
There won't be any more once I give you the FNAF game. The FNAF game is actually a demon that teleports me to your PC, and I come out of it and grab your Bird Yuri.
I don't think chat would like Bird Yuri going away, so I don't know if that's a good threat.
Fair. Well, it is a good threat because then they'll try and make you play FNAF so they'll get the Bird Yuri back.
Or just we get a new meme then.
True. I don't know what an agony spirit is either, Raya. Speaking of Route B, I do kind of find it funny that Raya dislikes Route B of Automata, because it's usually the other way around. A lot of people prefer Route B in NieR Automata over Replicant.
Okay, we got the outlet. We can leave.
Yes. Make sure to take the way you came back and not...
Is that the way I'm going? Oh, well.
Yes, you did the way you're going.
A bomb?
I think you need to get a bomb. Yeah. There we go.
Bruh. Okay.
There's also a thing that I think everyone here forgot about. I mentioned what inspired NieR Replicant.
right? I think this is the right
Do
way.
you No, not the ending. It's a real-life event that inspired the ending. That's the wrong way, by the way. You're going in circles now.
Oh, what? Huh? How am I go- What?
That way you're going was the way you took when the barricades were there.
Well, I can't go back now. This shit's so confusing.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm worried about mentioning it now because maybe Jules will clue in what it's going for now.
Jules has the brain of a rat.
You sure?
Fuck!
I mean, you and Raya did caught up on the intersex part, kind of.
Well, that was easy to pick up on. It's kind of like that was smacking you in the head with a hammer.
You say that, but some people don't.
Okay, well, some
understand
people are dense and choose to not believe that intersex people are real. So there's that.
I'm trying to remember if the intersex part was more vague in the original. Because again, there are some things here they did kind of make us translate. So, by the way, that's where you fought the giant robot.
Okay, so this way?
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you go ahead now, then turn a right, and then a right again.
Wait, turn a right. Wait, what? So through here.
No, sorry. Go the way NieR is facing, yes.
Okay.
That way, yeah. Sorry, it's so delayed that I'm like a fucking GP. It's like after 500 meters, turn left. Right is where Vice is. That's the right direction, yeah.
Yes.
Directions. Okay, you want to turn right when you go through that door.
Okay, when I go through this door.
The door in front of yeah, that one.
Okay.
And then turn right again.
Turn right again. I can't. This door's broken. Do y'all remember Mixer?
No, there was a door
Oh god, this shit's confusing.
further ahead. You can also check the mini-map to see routes where you can go.
That does not help anything. I can't decipher what any of this means.
Except it's in the corner. You don't even have to pause the game to check the mini-map.
I'm going straight.
No, you went past the door you need to go to now.
How? How did I do that? What? I'm so confused. I've never been more confused. What do you mean? How did I pass it?
There you go. It opened. It opened.
This one?
Yeah, should be that one. Yeah.
No, this is not it.
Okay. God, I wish my stream wasn't so delayed, because otherwise this would be less fucking painful.
I'm trying to go to... Where the fuck?
Okay. Oh, I see. So yeah, you go to the bottom, and then to Brother NieR's right.
The bottom. So this way.
Yes.
And then to the right. So through here.
Yes, should be.
Okay.
Yeah, oh Jesus, I'm so sorry for the fucking delay.
Do y'all remember Mixer? Yeah, I streamed like twice on Mixer and I was like, wow, this platform, no one cares about this. This is gonna be gone within a year, and then it was. And that, yeah, does Facebook even still do live streams, like, of gaming and not just people trying to sell their MLM stuff? I remember when people were really trying to make Facebook seem like a gaming place, and it's like, I don't think that's going to happen.
I think I used Mixer once. It was back when I used Xbox One. It was just because a friend of mine needed to see where I was.
What's a ship? A ship is when you like two people together.
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers.
I heard that was like a good reason to switch over to Facebook, was that they were paying well or something. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Oh, for sure. The majority of streamers that make a lot of money, like, have massive contracts. Like, it's like the 0.1 of the 0.1% that make all the money on Twitch and any streaming platform.
Because we are friends.
Oh yeah, I make all the bank with my 3 viewers on Twitch. They offer me such lucrative contracts. God. Yeah, totally. 100%. If I was a millionaire, you wouldn't know, but there'd be signs of like 17 different Bird Yuri ships on the channel. She just remembers her roots. Totally, that is exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly. There'd be so much more Bird Yuri. Yeah, Monk would come collecting.
Where's my money?
My god. 7 walls of Zaruka. I wish. I don't think anyone ever does Zaruka art.
Some pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your... And since you did me a favor... Well...
Oh no, the audio is like desynced on Twitch too. Oh man, Twitch is just getting better.
What? The audio's desynced.
For me.
Let me...
Click a dialogue box. Let me see if it's synced now.
This is gonna take a little more time than I thought.
Okay, it's no longer desynced for me. There we go.
Okay, yeah, it might have been a Twitch thing. Sometimes it does that. Where's my money for making clips for you? What clips have you made? Show me.
No sense in you waiting around.
Yeah, Monica, it was just on my end. Don't worry about it.
That would be great.
It appears we have some free time on our hands.
Oh, true. Forest of Myth or Popola first?
Well, remember, Force of Myth is
oh, right.
more visual novel. Yeah. So let's choose Speak with Popola.
Maybe Popola's found some information about...
Very well.
Yeah, I remembered I should have mentioned what inspired NieR. It was 9/11. I mentioned this when we reached the desert section.
Of course it was, because so many things were. I love the Delulu in parentheses. I mean, in a way, you're not wrong. If I didn't have a chat to talk to, a lot of my clips on my channel would not be made. So, in a sense, you're not wrong. If I was streaming to literally nobody and had no one to talk to, half of my clips would not be here. Thank God I'm not in the 0 viewer vortex. I know people will be like, oh, I only have 5 viewers? What the fu-
What the flip?
Nobody watches me. I have no viewers. It looks at like the 7 people in chat actively talking. They're nobody.
Jules, you need to turn into that Twitch streamer who screamed about, why can't you donate $5?
$5? Yeah.
Dollars.
If you can't afford $5, Although you make your own funny from time to time, Twink real diploma. True. I mean, the reason that one blew up is because I misspoke and said femboy instead of twink. And everyone in the comments got mad at me. They're like, this is why women can't play video games. Like, okay.
Hey,
That's fucking hilarious.
Ah, you're back.
If you all sent me $5, I'd be rich by now. Exactly.
More about the Shadow Lord's key?
I'm sorry, but it's going
No,
to take me some
it
time.
grinds my gears when people have like 10 people in their chat and be like, why is nobody here? It's like, damn, bro, can you appreciate what you have?
I could understand if it's like you have 3 viewers and none of them are saying jack shit in chat.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand that feeling. Trust me. Like, I've had the feeling where there's literally nobody in chat, like, not saying a damn thing. I get that feeling. But if you literally have people just consistently talking, you're like, I can actually read the chat. Boo! Where I want to be able to not read the chat. It's like,
well,
okay.
Can I take something off your plate in the meantime?
Yeah.
Oh, how about this?
Not the red bag. Nope. Okay.
Yeah. It was either this or... visual novel. If you remember, the Red Bag Man led into the boat expedition, and there's going to be a lot of cutscenes for that one.
Oh,
this
be at least.
Alarmingly familiar.
So if you want, now would be a kind of a good time to stop if you're up for it.
Okay.
You're 4 hours of sleep.
Well, yeah, we'll do a good stopping point here, and then next Friday we'll
Yeah.
continue. I feel like
Yeah, and that junk heap section, I feel like drained a lot more energy.
I'm not actually mad. I'm just like No,
I
I'm
felt bad because I'm like,
No,
I'm
sorry.
I'm trying to like give directions here.
No,
and then
I'm
Jules
sorry.
is like, no, it's not your fault. It's Twitch, if anything. It's just like, Jules, go to the right, and then you went past by the time, and then I see in the stream when I say turn right, I'm like, oh no, for fuck's sake.
I promise I'm never actually like mad when I'm like yelling. It's just like comedic effect. If I was actually mad,
Okay.
chat, y'all would know. I don't think y'all have ever really seen me mad at a game unless if like, I guess to be fair, okay, maybe that Mafia stealth section with that at the very last, that made me a little mad. But like,
Wouldn't you also count the Signala's final boss? Because I remember when I was there and you were like, oh, for fuck's sake, why why is this so annoying?
That probably happened. I wouldn't doubt it. If Joopy is mad, Joopy goes quiet. That is true. I get this just frustrated look on my face, and I just don't say things. I feel like the streamer also needs to be a certain type of way so the viewers can type. A dry stream will be dry because no one will say anything. Exactly. That's the biggest problem. Is that like I always feel like I'm never entertaining because it's just a voice in the back of my head like, do you actually say good commentaries? Is this actually?
I think it's heavily dependent on what kind of stream people are looking for.
That too. Like
the narrator example. I don't know. A good example would be Mappa Apocalypse. He's not a streamer, but he's a Let's Player. I liked a lot of his videos because he enjoys the story section and pauses and says stuff that, sure, you might have yourself noticed right away, but he'll comment and mention like, oh, I like that. A good example is when he reached started Route B, he talked about the sexless part about Kaine, and I was like, going like, I wonder if it's about intersex and so forth, and the way he blah 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 explains, and it's really nice because a major reason why I fucking glaze this shit is because I want to see people enjoy these parts, even if they say something that might seem obvious. I still want to hear people say the obvious, like, oh, this is really sad, or that's kind of fucked up, because I'm like, yeah, you feeling what I felt during this section.
Yeah, and
it's kind of a major reason Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a lot easier to engage in the chat when you do also have someone else there to talk to. Like, it's a lot harder to carry on when you're streaming by yourself and then you're just relying on talking to chat. But you also gotta like experience interesting things in your life to bring up to like, oh, chat, this happened. Or for me, it's like, hey, chat, you like these gay birds that I have? Like, You gotta have some type of quirkiness to it.
True, true. And it's kind of why I mostly am I don't actually have any problems at all with you talking with chat. But it does moments where I'm like trying to like, hey, Jules, notice this cool thing here. I'm trying to bring attention to it. So if I ever come off as like an asshole.
No, you're fine. I get it. Like, it's like the feeling of like you're trying to show your friend a funny video, but like they like get a text on their phone or something, and it's like,
yeah. You're watching a video, or there might be suddenly like, do you know that fucking Markiplier video that people joke about, where people with ADHD and Markipliers go like, back in the day, jingle jingle, back in the, you know that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you have that kind of experience with people where you try to show a video and then they start looking away. You have to maybe go, jingle jingle, pay attention, I said your favorite word, the back cruise. Yeah.
My inner extrovert does come out during shit. Me too. I do not talk to people IRL. This version of me is purely on a stream because if I was sitting in a room, like if this was literally like instead of y'all being on a computer, if y'all were just sitting in front of me, I'd be like, what the fuck? Look, why are y'all here?
Yes. I tend to be a kind of introvert that really struggles going up and saying hi to people, but the moment I feel somewhat comfortable talking to people, well, I'm just not gonna stop fucking yapping. Unless I notice people are staring at me. You know, like staring with that, like, I don't give a shit expression. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Trust me, you don't want to come to America for the next, like, 4 years, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, what? FBI, don't come at me?
Yes, but yes,
exactly.
It was a good stream, even though it was a bit chaotic and fucking Junkie became fucking mayhem.
I'm just bad at directions.
Yes.
That really does not help. Alright, chat.
Yes.
We will
Yeah.
come back next Friday. We will do more visual novel and more Red Bag Man adventure.
And more, are we the baddies?
Baddie or baddie?
Well, Kaine's both.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, chat.
Anyway, see you guys.
Bye-bye.